Now thinking about it, maybe I should have done a Christmas in July Wild Review Christmas series. That would make up for the fact that all of these are being filmed in August. You'd never know it though, because today I'm wearing long pants. Hello, welcome to the Wild Review. I'm the Wild Reviewer. And welcome back to day 6 of 12 Wild... Let me just start over. Hello, welcome to the Wild Review. I'm the Wild Reviewer, and welcome back to day 6 of 12 Wild Christmas Review Days. First time, nailed it. We have a film today. This is the roller coaster I'm on when it comes to these holiday films. So we're going down, representing the Home Alone films, and then there's a little hill that represents Miracle on 34th Street, but we're just kind of going straight back down. I think we're going back down in the hole. Because today, we are talking about another unwanted sequel. I don't know if... is unwanted the right polite word? Yes, it is. Because this was not a... Well, it wasn't the best film. So, I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. Today, we're talking about Jingle All The Way 2. You remember Jingle All The Way? It's the popular cult classic film. Now, oddly enough, Jingle All The Way is also not the best film. Like, if you were to look up bad Christmas films, it would always be on the list of one of the worst Christmas films ever made. And to be fair, after watching it for so many years, it is very weirdly edited. The writing is a little bad. But the story's cute, and it ultimately became a classic. As I stated before, though, and by before I mean yesterday, somebody probably thought of a cute children's Christmas film and then added in the idea of the dad trying to get a toy for their kid, but it's sold out everywhere. And then there was probably somebody in the background to go, "Hey, that's the same idea and plot in the Jingle All The Way film starring the Terminator." That's probably how it went, and now we got this piece of garbage. This is Jingle All The Way 2. Released on DVD in 2012, this film focuses on a man named Larry, played by Larry the Cable Guy, who feels like he is competing for his daughter Noelle's attention when her new stepdad Victor keeps doing impressive things to amaze her. As Christmas time approaches, they both attempt to give her the best Christmas ever. After reading her Christmas list, Larry learns she wants a popular talking bear doll, though he has no luck as every store in town is sold out of the toy. It really becomes a competition when Victor learns what Larry is trying to do and does everything he can to stop Larry from making Noelle happy this Christmas. I guess things for Arwen after the Sweet Life on Deck didn't go so well. It probably went well for a while. I mean, he must have become very wealthy, but now he's at a point where he's just competing with the voice of Mater just to get the attention of a child. That's a joke, by the way. If you don't know who Arwen is, read a book. So as I stated before, I truly believe that this film may have been something different at the very start of production, and then it just evolved into Jingle All The Way, because that's how it feels. The first 30 minutes feel like a completely different film. At least in the first film, Arnold's character, Harold, he knows that he has to get the toy that he screwed up. Yeah, it's another one of those cliches of the dad being too busy at work all the time. And this film focuses on him trying to do the right thing and actually impress a family member. But this film's a little different. Larry is not a business guy. That's actually Victor's role, who, like I kind of hinted, he's played by Brian Stefanik. Am I even saying his name right? Brian Stefanik. I'm pretty sure that's how you said it right. So Victor is the very wealthy one, and Larry is a truck driver who lives in a trailer. Because that is apparently the only role we can give Larry the Cable Guy in films. And the first half hour of the film it doesn't just automatically jump to the toy bear story. It actually showcases many different scenarios that Larry and his daughter go through, so Larry can feel like the special superhero dad to her, and this is where the competitions with Victor start. There's a bit where Larry brings a bunch of snow from the mountains all the way down to his house, and it obviously melts in the truck, so when he opens it, there's just a massive flood of water just spilling out from behind the truck. He goes to get a Christmas tree with Noel, and I guess there's this machine thing. I've never seen this, but they like fluff the Christmas tree and put like powder on it to make it look like there's snow on it, and he gets trapped in the machine, so Larry's getting fake snow on him and he comes out as a Yeti. There's a bit where Larry attempts to make his house light up super bright, brighter than Victor's home, so he plugs in all these things and he ends up electrocuting himself. It's after many attempts where he's like, you know what, I'm gonna get her this doll. I'm gonna get Noelle the one thing she wants, which, spoiler, is not what she wants. This is just a complete misunderstanding, just like Home Sweet Home Alone! Noelle does not want the talking doll for Christmas. Instead, she just wants all of her family to be together, but it was read as if she wanted a talking doll. She just doesn't properly know how to write. But she's a child, it's okay. This film was just, I mean, it was enjoyable, but it was just really unnecessary. Like, why was this made? Why did we do this? There is one bit that really made me laugh. There's a bit where Larry, we get the montage of him trying to find the doll, and Victor's doing everything he can to, like, pull the dolls out from the store. Like, he has people working for him that just buy out all the dolls from all the stores, which is a really stupid move. Like, you already have so much, buddy. I think this is the first time where Brian Stefanik plays a character that I just generally didn't enjoy. Like, he's playing just a really big snob, which he's kind of supposed to, so he's a great actor for doing that, but I just don't like how his character is. He's mean, it's Christmas. But the bit I like is after Larry is looking around town, all the stores don't have it, he's like, where am I gonna find this bear? I gotta get this bear, and just out of nowhere, everybody around him just has the bear. Like, you know, you have the typical kids holding the bear, and the parents, oh, they bought the bear for their kid. But then it just goes to the complete extreme where there's a mom with the bear inside the stroller, treating it like it's a child, and the kids are playing catch with the bear. It's everybody has the bear. And I laughed so hard when I saw it originally, but it was completely ruined because it turned out to just be a fantasy Larry was having. Gosh dang it, you dream sequences! Be real! The other thing that really stands out about this film, which is actually a behind-the-scenes factor, which confuses the hell out of me, is that out of every company to back and fund this film, WWE is the one that put this film together. This is a WWE production, which is a wrestling company. Why is that? Well, that's because a wrestler known as Anthony Carelli, am I saying that right? Anthony Carelli plays Larry's best friend in this film. There is a wrestling scene. Is there a wrestling scene in this film? There's some form of wrestling, whether it's like actually wrestling or it's like a bull riding. That's not wrestling. It just confuses me. You have one wrestler in the film, which automatically means it has to be funded by WWE. Like, if you told me what companies were behind this film, that is probably the last company I would ever assume would be behind a Christmas film, specifically one that has no mentioning of wrestling whatsoever within the context of the story. The ending was cute. I don't really have that much else to say about the film, because it's just unnecessary, honestly. Like, it's a cute story, but like I already said, Jingle All The Way is like a hit or miss with some people. Nobody would be that upset if there never was a sequel. It's the exact same thing with the Home Alone films. And this is also really bad to say, but this is how you know a sequel is made, and the people behind it even know that it's not going to do very well. Because this is a direct-to-video film, and usually whenever a sequel is just straight-to-video, it's not a very good film. It's either low budget, or it's just not well enough to be in theaters. Obviously somebody had to make that decision to say, no, we're not putting this in theaters, nobody's going to watch it. So let's just put it on DVD. I think this is the second Larry the Cable Guy film that is a sequel that was put straight to DVD. Because the first one, I think, was Tooth Fairy? Tooth Fairy 2? I know Larry the Cable Guy was in Tooth Fairy 2. I haven't seen Tooth Fairy at all. I have it recorded. 2012. Oh, look at that! The same year. Larry the Cable Guy was doing a lot. Oh my god! He's a car mechanic! Why is Larry the Cable Guy always named Larry? The posters for these films are also very similar. You have Larry the Cable Guy hovering over a little girl. That's not... Is that a coincidence? Wait a minute. This was 2014. I'm sorry. Wait, Jingle All The Way was Jingle All... Oh, I'm sorry. This is a 2014 film. I lied. I told you a lie. Alright, well, whatever the case is, doesn't help the fact that it's not a very good film. I watched it once. I'm perfectly okay not watching it ever again. This is just the kind of film that only focuses on the slapstick, focuses on the jokes, the butt humor because it's a kid's film. Like, when it comes to all these really crappy sequels, there's always like a checklist. Like, you just check off all the typical things that would be expected in one of these kind of films that are poorly done. I like the first one better. And that's it. That's all I have to say on that topic. That's all I have to say when it comes to Jingle All The Way 2. As of right now, there is no plans to do a Jingle All The Way 3, so hopefully Jingle All The Way has learned from the Home Alone mistakes. Hopefully. But that's it. That's all I have to say on Jingle All The Way. Aside from that one scene, it's very generic. It's very dull. I don't remember super much about it. There's one bit where Victor and Larry get stuck in a warehouse, and that's pretty much it. So, other than that, I don't have anything else to say about it. If you'd like to check it out for yourself to see how weird it is, you can gladly check it out. You have full control to do that. And if you decide to do that now, I'm just going to take off, continue my night, and I will be back here tomorrow for day 7 of 12 wild Christmas review days. Tomorrow's film, believe it or not, is actually very interesting because it is our first original story that we have for this little mini-series. It's not a sequel and it's not a remake. It's an original story that I'm sure a lot of you have seen, but honestly, I feel like I've seen it before because I've seen Fred Claus, and I've seen a film with, what's this guy's name? Vince Vaughn? How do you say this guy's name? Vince Vaughn? Vince Vaughn. The guy from Fred Claus, Vince, yeah, he gets typecast a lot. Much like Larry the Cable Guy. If you can put together what kind of film I'm referring to that involves this guy, then you probably have an idea what tomorrow's film is. But for now, I will leave you with that mystery if you do not know what that film is. Although again, I will be showing it at the end. For now though, I am leaving you, and I will see you tomorrow for that discussion. Thanks again for watching The Wild Review. I'm The Wild Reviewer, and you just saw me review a thing.